I can't believe it's been 20 years since that incident with Spring Bonnie. And 20 years since my 5 friends met their unfortunate, untimely deaths. It was supposed to be a normal trip to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Me and my 5 friends going to my birthday party. I was turning 8 that day, and my parents decided to take me there because I'd been good all year. Pulling up to the establishment, my eyes went wide with glee, as it was everything I could have ever hoped for. We walked inside, and we saw the big animatronics already performing. Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, Fredbear, and Spring Bonnie. They were all exactly like how I saw them on TV. The day went about as normal as it could go. Playing on the arcade games, winning tickets to exchange for prizes, and gorging ourselves silly on fizzy drinks and pizza. After a while of enjoying my time, it was finally time to come together and cut the cake. My parents and my friends gathered round as they sung the traditional happy birthday song. I blew out the candles and made a wish that I could be best friends with all of the animatronics. We all then proceeded to have a slice while the grown-ups engaged in small talk. However, the normality of this situation would not last. The topic of our friend group conversation eventually came down to which animatronic was our favourite. Nearly everyone in the school loved Foxy. Me, on the other hand, I'm more of a Fredbear fan. We finished up the last bit of the birthday cake while I unwrapped one of my new presents, which was the new video game for the brand new console at the time. I've wanted this all year. My mother and father left to go to the restroom, while the other grown-ups were busy with the other kids. So that left all of us, as a group of 6, all on our own. My parents trusted me alone for a while, because I was a responsible and well-behaved kid for my age. So it all seemed well. That was, until a man, dressed up in the Spring Bonnie costume, approached us. Spring Bonnie usually did this to interact with the others, or sing songs to us, so it didn't seem out of the ordinary. Except, he was acting stranger than usual. I discovered the facade that Spring Bonnie was just somebody in a costume from a weird girl with pigtails a few days before this. She even had a toy of Spring Bonnie herself. I guess she was a big fan. I was a little disappointed to find it out, but I was still happy to finally be able to go to Freddy's. As for this Spring Bonnie, he motioned towards us in a more sinister way. Not the typical standard over-exaggerated robot-type walk, but I guess in my naive child mind back then, it didn't raise any kind of alarm bells. My friends all clapped as he went up to our table. He said in a happy voice, "Hey kids, birthday boy. Your parents trusted me to give you some secret presents. They're in the back room. Freddy and Foxy helped me wrap them. So what are you waiting for? Let's go open them." I was given the talk from my parents about being cautious around strangers, but this was Spring Bonnie. He was a member of the staff as I now knew, so if they were to hire him, then surely he's a good guy. He's not like some random drug dealer on the streets. What did I have to worry about? Turns out, a lot. We left our tables and followed Spring Bonnie to his back room, excited for what my parents had in store for me. I was really hoping that they got me that new bike I wanted. I was the oldest one out of our group of 6, which naturally made me the wisest one as well. So when I saw Spring Bonnie close the door and lock it, I immediately became wary. When he finished locking the door, he spun around to face us. His head turned to the side slightly, almost staring at us with a disturbing grin. Upon closer inspection, between the cracks of the suit, I saw something that scared me. Nestled deep within was a man dressed entirely in a fancy purple security outfit, with what appeared to be bloodstains graffitiing the inside of the suit. And thanks to the poor lighting of the room, it felt as if his eyes were two bright white suns shining down on us. After spotting the oddities, I slowly tried to make my way out of the room, but he turned and blocked the door, before saying, "Now then, let's have some fun." Reaching between one of the seams of the costume, he withdrew a concealed butcher's knife and approached Susie, the youngest of our group. I could tell in her eyes that she was terrified, but her body refused to move. He closed in on her and ran the knife across her neck. I'll never forget the sound of her neck being sliced apart. We screamed in terror as the blood pooled onto the floor from her cut-open neck. Her now limp, deceased body fell to the floor, cold and dead. Jeremy, the second oldest, tried to punch Spring Bonnie, only to have a giant gash torn across his chest in the process. I watched him cry in pain as his body slammed hard into the ground. Don't try to fight me, my friends. Fantasy and form await your go. Spring Bonnie said with glee. That statement traumatized me. I watched as Spring Bonnie used his monster-like feet to crush his skull in. Gabriel, the middle one of us, tried to unlock the bolts on the door. He fumbled a little in his panic state, but was able to remove all but one of them. Before the final one could be undone, Spring Bonnie stabbed him in the leg. He then snuffed his life out by planting the knife deep within his skull. Fritz, the second youngest, tried screaming for help, but Spring Bonnie quickly covered his mouth and whispered to the defenseless child, Now, we can't have you spoiling the fun, can we?" With a swift motion, he snapped his neck. And dropped his corpse to the cold floor. It was down to 3. I tried to pitch in. I successfully landed a blow on his leg, but it hardly fazed the monster. He then smacked me across the face with enough force to send me flying into the wall. I heard him call out, You can fight all you want. Your fate is already sealed." The last thing I saw before losing consciousness was Spring Bonnie cornering the last 2 kids while cackling maniacally. I don't remember much after the event. From the little I do remember, I woke up to the disgusting stench of 5 rotting bodies, who used to be my closest friends. I got lucky. I presume he must have thought I died to the impact in the wall. Clambering to my feet, I walked past the dead friends making sure to not step in the blood or on their bodies. After making it to the door, I carefully unlocked it and closed the door behind me. I then left the room as the true panic and the trauma from what I just witnessed finally hit me all at once. I sped down the corridor, ignoring Freddy and Chica who were on stage performing. I found my mother and quickly told her about what happened. And since that incident, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has closed. The bodies of the children were never found. And the killer in that damn suit has also never been found. He's still out there even to this day. And I'm convinced nobody will find him.